Hello and welcome to another edition of the fifth quarter. I'm Christian Hartnett. The last game of the regular season is a big one for the Garden Grove Argonauts. With a win tonight, they can clinch a winning season in league and a playoff berth. On the other side, the Aztecs can spoil that playoff berth and earn some respect. And the Aztecs weren't going to make it easy. The defense swarmed CJ Del Real in the backfield to halt an Argo drive. Watch this catch by Joshua Huff. The junior hangs on to the ball to keep the drive alive, and it pays off. CJ Del Real gets the handoff and emerges from the pack into the end zone. The 36-yard touchdown gets the Argos on the board 7-0 with the extra point. Second quarter, La Quinta answers. Quarterback Don Tran connects with Darren Nguyen for the 19-yard score. It's a tie game. But the second quarter belonged to Garden Grove. An 85-yard kickoff return by Del Real scores, and so does this 6-yard scamper. Del Real had 3 touchdowns in the first half. But the Aztecs are determined to stay in the game. Don Tran on the move, gets off a pass and finds favorite target Darren Nguyen in the end zone. La Quinta is down by just 7 at the halfway mark. Third quarter, the Argos extend their lead with a Mark Umanzor run. The 25-yard effort gives Garden Grove some breathing room, 28-14. But La Quinta just will not give up. Darren Nguyen scores his third touchdown of the night with this 14-yard Don Tran pass, and the Aztecs stay within range. Both teams added scores, but it would be the Argos who had the last word. Fourth quarter, final score of the game, Mark Umanzor scores 20 yards on the handoff from Chris Martinez. The Argos win 42-27. The Argos get the fruits of victory, a 3-2 league record and a playoff berth. The Aztecs won something too.
And they're an improved team this year. They play hard for Coach Diaz, and their offense is tough to stop, especially in 2 days to prepare. But we knew it was going to be a fight, so we're happy to get the win.
Respect from Coach Puga for a team that played their last game with a lot of grit and a lot of heart. The big game of the week, and for the season for that matter, had Rancho Alamitos head-to-head against Los Amigos. It's a battle reminiscent of the 90s when these two teams dominated. Both will make the playoffs, but only one will take league title. Los Amigos gets this one started with a bang. Running back Jerry Saldivar is given the ball on the second play from scrimmage, and he isn't stopped until Rancho's Brett Hurley brings him down near the Vaqueros' 10-yard line. The very next play, it's Leonard Zambrano who weaves to the left and puts the Lobos up 7-0. Rancho couldn't get it going right away as Angel Alvarez wraps up running back Brett Hurley to force a 4th down and a punt. Later in the first quarter, Los Amigos on the offensive. Quarterback Danny Hernandez sells the fake to the Rancho defense, and they buy it. He keeps it and motors down the field for a huge gain. That would lead to a 4-yard touchdown run, and the Lobos are feeling good 14-0. Second quarter, Los Amigos goes for the kill shot when Hernandez fires deep, but Michael Morales comes up with a huge interception to prevent that from happening. Rancho relied heavily on Brett Hurley all night, and it pays off here when he runs 12 yards to score and put his team on the board. A missed extra point, and the score is 14-6. Rancho's defense made another stop, and the Vaqueros are at it again when quarterback Lincoln Falatoy finds a very wide-open Jose Valenzuela for a big gain. Later in the drive, Falatoy escapes an oncoming lineman and scrambles before firing a bullet to Caleb Valatalula for the 9-yard touchdown pass. They go to Hurley for the 2-point conversion, but he is stopped. 14-12 Lobos, and it's off to halftime. The Vaqueros' opening drive sets up a short field goal for Jose Valenzuela, who nails it. Rancho now leads 15-14. Turnovers began to haunt the Lobos in the second half. Noe Perez reels in a catch, but it's pride-free and picked up by Falatoy. Falatoy takes over on the offensive end and delivers a perfect throw to wide receiver Robert Torres, who hauls in an awesome catch. The drive continues in the fourth quarter. Brett Hurley gets yet another carry and delivers by flying into the end zone to put some breathing room between the two teams. 22-14 Rancho. The Lobos take over, but not for long. Hernandez is chased to the sideline, and he delivers an off-balance pass that is picked off for yet another Los Amigos turnover. Rancho has the chance to possibly put this game away with the score. Falatoy once again hooks up with Torres, who manages to make another spectacular catch. And then the Vaqueros turn it over to their workhorse. Hurley eludes the defense and scores from 8 yards to put Rancho up 29-14. Another Lobos turnover, this one a fumble, put the game in the bag for Rancho. The Vaqueros scored 29 unanswered points en route to their first outright league title since 2003. Coach Enright and his players basked in their victory.
This has potential to be my best team ever here. The way they stick together and the way they practice, I mean, we practice unbelievably well.
We know we can come back from any kind of deficit now. I mean, this just proves it. We just grinded it out.
After a losing season last year, and then we come out like this and win league champs undefeated, I mean, there's nothing like it.
And now to Kyla Javier with more highlights.
Thanks, Christian. Over at Bolsa Grande Stadium, the Matadors host the Cavaliers of Santiago. In the early going, Bolsa in blue establishes their tough defense. On 4th and 7, Santiago goes for the field goal, but it's wide to the right, no score in the game. At the end of the first quarter, Santiago Jonathan Campos strips the ball and the Cavaliers recover. After the side change, Oscar Jasso hands to Richard Sagastumi and he's in for the score, 7-0 Santiago. 7-7 now in the third quarter. Jake Flores connects with Brian Pasion for 10 yards and a first. And Flores hands to Elias Hernandez for the 1-yard run into the end zone. 14-7 Matadors. That gets some Matador love from the cheer squad. When Jasso hits Francisco Enriquez with a pass, the second hit is a big one, and he's leveled by Bolsa's Mike Marquez. Jasso is on the run as he delivers this pass, and it's right on the money for the leaping Enriquez in the end zone. The game is tied at 14. The Bolsa Grande crowd encourages their Matadors, and they respond. Check out this catch by Justin Nguyen on the left side. Next play, Flores airmails this beauty 23 yards to Nguyen again, who does a pretty nice tightrope walk to stay in play. Mats lead 21-14. With less than a minute to play in the game, Santiago has the ball inside Bolsa's 20-yard line. It's 4th and 9. Jasso hits Rudolph Barrera with a pass, but it's shaken loose and recovered by the Matadors. Coach Simon Fuentes congratulates the team as they go on to win the game 21-14.
There we go. There we go.
Quarterback Jake Flores feels like they deserve the win.
Like nobody works harder than us, and I feel like every ounce of sweat that we put in on the field, we deserve this win.
I feel great. I feel like the whole team deserved this. We practiced hard for it. We just came out here and we knew like what we had to do to go out with the win, so everyone would be happy.
Across the field, it was a hard-fought game that came up just short. Coach Brandon Croft is encouraged.
Just a great effort, a hard-fought battle, a really classy group of kids on the other side. Really proud of our kids, how they represented themselves and all the work they've put in this year. Just a tough loss, a tough loss.
Now let's check in with the Empire League. It's the last game in league, and tonight we have Cypress versus Pacifica. Cypress beat Yorba Linda last week, breaking their undefeated season, and Pacifica is coming off of 2 big wins. Tonight should be a fight to the finish. Manor fans are fired up at Bolsa Grande Stadium for the last league game of the season. In the first quarter, Cypress gets on the board quick with this handoff by Joseph Anderson to Vincent Rivera, who runs 32 yards for a touchdown. Score 7-0. The Manors have the ball, and quarterback Kyle Edwards hands off to Michael Garris, and he motors it to the Cypress 25-yard line for a first down. Pacifica pushes downfield and are at 4th and 5. They go for a Josh Alcalde 22-yard field goal, and it's good. 7-3 Centurions. Vincent Rivera gets 8 yards here when he is handed the ball for a touchdown. He had over 300 yards rushing on the night. Score 14-7 Cypress. The Centurions scored 2 more times in the second quarter, and at the half, it's 28-3. Future Manor AJ is practicing for when he scores his first high school touchdown. Coming back from the half, Cypress scores again, but when the Manors get the ball, they move downfield, and Kyle Edwards fires a 29-yard pass to Travis Chamberlain, who does the rest to get into the end zone. Score 35-10. The game was over by the fourth quarter with the final score at 49-10 Cypress. The Manors end the season with a 4-6 record, and for the first time in recent memory, will not be making a trip to the playoffs. For Christian Hartnett, I'm Kyla Javier with the 5th quarter.